the Bronco is slow. There's no way of getting around it. It's a slow vehicle. It's big, it's heavy, it's a brick. It does have the EcoBoost engine, which is pretty good, but there's a lot to be desired. You can add a lot to it for sure, especially like on the highway. If you ever driven a Bronco, you know that it just kind of feels sluggish and not great. But luckily my friends over at Superchips have come up with something to solve this issue. So today we're going to be installing the Pulsar XT from Superchips. This is pretty much just going to be like a plug and play tuner. It's a piggyback, so there's no retuning or recalibrating your ECU. This is simply just going to plug into your system and plug into some sensors and give you the added power that you're desiring. This thing will give you anywhere from, I think it's like almost 30 horsepower up to about 55, and about 55 foot-pounds of torque all the way up to the high 70s, almost 80, depending on what you have for an engine. This will work on all Bronco engines, so 2.3 all the way up to the 3.0 that comes in the Bronco Raptor, so that's pretty cool. This does allow you to calibrate a bunch of calibrations within your Bronco, which include tire size, fog lights, leaving your fog lights and high beams on, the double horn honk that you want to get rid of, which is absolutely terrible, and along with a few other things. It is app controlled along with a little Bluetooth wireless remote. So yeah, this thing sounds pretty cool. I'm excited to get into the Bronco and hopefully feel some power. This thing's been super sluggish to me lately. We're about 2 years in and 40,000 miles, and I think she needs a breath of fresh air, which means a little bit more boost. So let's go over, let's unbox this guy, then we'll get it installed, and yeah. All right, so let's jump right into this install. Decent packaging. First thing you're gonna notice is you got some batteries right here for the remote. This is going to be the remote that's going to allow you to change the different tunes that it comes with. I believe it comes with a few different tunes, all the way from like an eco mode up to a higher end, max power mode, which I believe is going to have to be run with premium fuel all the time if you do that. You got the brains itself. This is the actual module that's going to do all the work, and that the harness is actually going to plug into. So yeah. And then you have the harness itself. This harness is going to plug into your OBD2 sensor along with a bunch of other sensors in your engine bay to give the computer all the information that it needs to make sure that your new tunes are running safely. And then some mounting options with some zip ties and some Velcro to, make stuff neat. All right, that's the unboxing. Let's get this guy installed. All right, so it does come with detailed instructions in the packaging. First step, you're gonna wanna go ahead and download the app for the Pulsar, which is gonna be the Pulsar XT mobile app. So I went ahead, downloaded that. Now that we got that, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna disconnect the battery because we do not want to hurt any of the electronics in these high-tech vehicles that we have nowadays. So disconnect the battery first, and then we can start plugging everything in. Okay, so once you have the battery disconnected, you're gonna wanna go ahead and grab the engine bay side of this harness. The harness is in like 2 pieces, and you're gonna wanna plug in 3 things under the hood. It's gonna be the boost pressure sensor, the map sensor, and you're gonna wanna give it power. So I'm just gonna go ahead, we're gonna point out where the sensors are at, and then we'll go ahead, hook this up to the battery, and then you'll run the rest of this cord into the Bronco through the firewall, which is over by all your little power cords for the aux switches, and then we'll plug in the rest of it. So I had the 2.3. It's going to be a little different if you have a 2.7 or a Bronco Raptor with the 3.0. It is all pictures in the instructions on how to do it. But if you have a 2.3, you're going to want to find the throttle body, which is on the right side of your engine bay. And just forward of that, there is a sensor, which is right here. And that is going to be your boost pressure sensor. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to plug in that one. And then you're also going to want to plug in your map sensor, which is right behind the throttle body over here. So it's kind of hard to see, but we are behind the throttle body. This is the intake manifold, and there is a sensor right here. This is your map sensor. So you're going to want to go ahead and plug in the other side of the harness into that. Then you can go ahead and plug it into power on your battery, and then just run it to the inside, like I said. These clips are very finicky, so be careful with them. Be gentle. Okay, so I ran the wire through the firewall and it comes out right here at your pedals. Then you're going to take the other half of the harness, which is this guy right here, and you're going to plug this part into the accelerator pedal. It's kind of hard to miss, but right up there is a plug for your accelerator pedal. So you're just going to splice that one in. Then you're going to plug this into the OBD2 and plug in that harness that came through the firewall right into here. Plug in the module, and then we'll tuck it up in there, and we'll be pretty much good. Okay, I went ahead, got that all plugged in, and I just tucked the module up into the dash area with some Velcro, and it's just sticking up there. I also went ahead and got all the wires under the hood all taken care of, zip tied out of the way, and looking good. And the last thing that we need to do is to take the remote and put the batteries in. This way it can go ahead and pair up so that we can control which maps we want to run on, all the way from stock up to the highest setting. And that's the install. Install done. And there we go, guys. Pulsar XT installed from Superchips on the Bronco. And honestly, I'm really impressed, guys. I think it's really cool. It added quite a bit of power. I mean, we went from like, what, 9 seconds down to high sevens to 8. I mean, knocked off about a second of time, which is pretty impressive. The response time on the throttle is much better. Everything about it is just a little bit better, which is really nice. So yeah, guys, I don't know. Overall thoughts, I think it's kind of worth it. I mean, honestly, the price tag comes in a few $100s cheaper than the Ford ProCal option, and you're getting pretty similar results. The app that it comes with is really cool. You can use the app to adjust tire size. You can use it to turn on your fog lights with your high beams, which is pretty cool, along with a few other features, which is pretty nice to see, especially that honk feature. Everyone hates that when you take your keys out of the Bronco. It honks really bad, but nonetheless, I think it's a really cool product. If you're looking to get a little bit more power out of your Bronco, and then yeah, guys, there you go. Check it out, Pulsar XT from Superchips. check it out. They have an option for every single one of your Broncos. But yeah, there we go, guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more power adders to my Bronco. I do want to get this thing a little bit faster. Maybe we'll do an intake or something like that next. Intercooler is also really important for these guys when you start adding power. So that's something that I want to do. But hey, guys, we'll catch you guys at the next waypoint. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, we'll catch you at the next waypoint again. I already said that.